Good morning, children. Have a nice day. Welcome to social class. Standard 9th Civics, Unit 3, Human Rights. Already discussed the topic. What are the human rights? Universal Declaration of the Human Rights, fundamental rights, and the difference between the fundamental rights and the human rights. Now, let us discuss the topic fundamental duties. What are the fundamental duties? These are in the forms of duties and the responsibility of citizen. The original constitution which came into force with effort from 26th January 1950. You know the 26th January? Oh, it's a Republic Day. Okay, with effort from 26th January 1950 did not contain the fundamental duty, These were incorporated in the Constitution. By the 42 Amendments Act. So, 42 Amendment Act that act in 1970. So, that act based, they incorporated in the Constitution by the 42 Amendment, the act in 1976.
The Constitution states 11 fundamental duties as given flow. First one, respect for the Constitution and its deals and the institution, the national flag and the national anthem. Second one, to follow and cherish the noble ideals which inspired our national struggle for freedom. Third one, to uphold and protect sovereignty, that means supreme unity and integrity of India. Integrity, that means truth. To defend the country and render national service when called upon to do so. Fifth one, to promote harmony and the spirit of common brotherhood amongst all the people of India, transcending religious, linguistic, that means languages, regional or sectional diversities to renounce practice derogatory to the dignity of women. Sixth one, to value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. Seventh one, to protect and improve the natural environment including forests, lakes, rivers and wildlife and have compassion on living creation. Eighth one, to develop the scientific temper, humanism and the spirit of inquiry and reform. Ninth one, to safeguard public property and to abjure from violence. 10th one, to strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity, so that the nation constantly rises to higher levels of endeavor and achievements. The last one, to provide opportunities for education by the parent and guardian to the child or ward up to the age of 14 years.
So next, discuss the topic National Human Rights Commission. The shortly said NHRC, National Human Rights Commission. Okay. The National Human Rights Commission is an autonomous body. It is an autonomous body consisted on 12th October 1993 under the Protection of the Human Rights Act. 1993. It consists of chairman and other few members, 3 from judiciary and 4 from other department. National Human Rights Commission is responsible for the protection and promotion of human rights in India, defined by the Act as rights relating to life, liberty, equality and dignity of the individual guaranteed by the Constitution or embodied in the international governance. The office is located in New Delhi. It's a very important one, children, because the national level, the Human Rights Commission, it is located in New Delhi. It is autonomous body, consists on 12th October 1993 under the Protection of the Human Rights Act 1993.
Functions of NHRC. Functions of National Human Rights Commission. First one, to inquire into the violation of human rights or negligence in the prevention of such violation by a public servant. And next, to intervene in court proceedings relating to human rights. To undertake and promote research in the field of human rights. And next one, to engage in human rights education among the various sections of society. The last one, to encourage the efforts of NGOs, that means non-government organization and institution working in the field of human rights.
Next, discuss the topic State Human Rights Commission, that SHRC, that is a State Human Rights Commission. Every state in India has a State Human Rights Commission established in accordance with the power conferred on the state under Section 21 of the Protection of Human Rights Act 1993. The protection and promotion. The protection and promotion of human rights consist of the principal concern of the commission. Principal concern of the commission. Moreover, the procedures adopted by the commission to conduct is proceeding the suo motu action taken on complaints regardless of the sources, the received, and the transparency of the proceedings of the State Human Rights Commission are distinct to its functioning in a state. The office is human rights. It's located in Chennai. Keep your mind, children. This is a National Human Rights Commission. It's a National Human Rights Commission. So located in New Delhi. The State Human Rights Commission is located in Chennai.
So next, discuss the topic functions of SHRC, State Human Rights Commission. The State Human Rights Commission shall inquire into violation of human rights in respect of matters specified in the state and concurrent list. Next, its objectives and duties are the same as National Human Rights Commission, but confined only to the state. It has a chairman and 2 members. It has the power of a civil court and can take cognizance of cases either received or in suo motu. It can also recommend compensation to victims.
Let us recall that point. So, beginning, what is human rights? What are the human rights? And another one, fundamental rights. Another one, fundamental duties. So, fundamental duties. It is fundamental duties should be follow the citizen. It's a very important one. And another one, it is on the National Human Rights Commission. Another one, State Human Rights Commission. So, National Human Rights Commission, it is autonomous body. It is located in New Delhi. The State Human Rights is a commission. It's a major. The protection and the promotion of the human rights consists the principal concerns of the commission. It is located in Chennai. We will discuss the next class. Thank you.